I'm here, yeah. LAPSC up on that beat, look. My bitch told me I should act more. She said my music selling out the app store. I got a catalog just like the app store. I cloud this too, so what the fuck I need a Mac for? Whoa, whatever I'm selling is gon' go. Fuck up the club and I sell out the whole show. My niggas eating still hungry, we gon' blow. My music selling out the app store.
So, in your pound, what's goody? Happy to have you. Why don't you tell everyone who you are?
Dave, also known as Paper Mirrors Reflections on social media. I facilitate workshops in the jails, specifically Rikers Island.
What was the moment or what happened, what took place in your life that brought you to a place of wanting to do something great in the world?
It was like a succession of events and highlights of my life that kind of, I believe, pushed me in that direction. And one of the things that come to mind at first, I was out on bail for a case that I caught. This was about 97, 98, and I was looking for a cigarette, and I was in my mother's house, and I was looking in her closet for a cigarette. And when I opened the closet, a book fell from the shelf, and it landed in front, right, with the title up, and it said, "We Were All Doing Time," by an author named Bo Lozoff. And basically, he started this program, the Human Kindness Foundation, where he would go into the prisons and teach yoga and meditation and stuff. At the time, I was from a Christian background, so anything outside of Christianity was like, taboo. But I began to read this book, and it introduced me to breathing exercises and meditation, Eastern philosophies and religions and stuff, and it piqued my interest. So that was like the seed that was planted in me as far as like seeking outside of this box. When I look back, this spiritual confinement that I was in. Fast forward, when I finally was sentenced on that same case, I had a lot of time that I was facing, and I just broke down one day. I won't get into the long drawn out story, but I remember just feeling very rageful, lonely. They was extending my time because I was extremely disrespectful and aggressive towards the COs. And one day I was just waiting for mail, and I didn't get mail for a while. I thought they was messing with my mail, and they passed my cell again, like for the 5th day in a row. And I remember like just breaking down, like yo, God, if you real, like help me, And I just had a breakthrough, man. I felt like this presence in this cell, and something shifted in me from that point forward. And I felt like I just had like some meaning and a calling in life.
Nice. Most people find their purpose after they hit the ground. Like, you hit the ground and you catapult up. You know what I mean? I had the same experience, not the same as far as like doing time and that whole situation, but my extra defining moment absolutely did take place in the cell. It gave me some real clarity on how I needed to be walking going forward. Although I was already on a certain path prior to. What is the message that you want your life to leave? Like, what's your legacy?
My message basically is this: we utilize our imagination, and if we could merge the emotion with the imagination, it's going to give birth to the physical manifestation of what it is that we desire to experience in this life. Experience, experiment comes from the same thing. I subscribe to the practice that life is not testing me. I got to test life. I got to put whatever philosophy, whatever spiritual belief, like I got to put it to the test. And then when I start seeing results, it just it's like it just builds momentum and it inspires me to continue because I'm starting to see results. You know what I mean? So,
and in turn, you inspire others. That's why you're here today. I'm inspired by you. Many people tell me they're inspired by me. I think it's a domino effect, right? So once you know what your purpose is, and you live in that space and you actually display that to the world, it sparks something in someone. You know what I mean? Even if it's not the masses, someone sees it, someone feels it, and someone wants to now, duplicate it in some way, shape, or form. And that's why I have these conversations. So, what is your method in regard to reaching people? Or is there a method?
Like, you know how they say there's a method to my madness? I tell people, like, madness is my method. Just my life itself, especially people that know me, where I've been, seen me through my ups and downs, and just to see me, continuously rising, from the ashes of my so-called defeat. Like, my life is the message,
Nice. And I'm in that same space. I utilize my life as the message. I've always understood that I'm passionate about specific things in this world, and I understood that I'm an artist, right? And so I said, God wouldn't have gave me all of this artistic ability not to be able to mesh the two and use this to catapult something greater in the world, right? But I never, I would do stuff, but I never got to the place that I am right now in regard to understanding how my life was purposeful and how it played out and how it's supposed to communicate with the world. So when I connect with people like yourself, it's like I am building my village. So when I see people like yourself and some of the others that I had these conversations with, it's me kind of congregating with like minds to make sure that our powers come together and create the ripple effect that this world needs. I like the thought that you're provoking, and I agree that your life is the message. How does that translate when you're dealing with resistance from people you're trying to reach?
When I go into the prison system, I go in as a prisoner because I come from that place. And I knew why I ended up in those places. I also have my ear to the street and I pay attention to the culture and stuff like that. But I know that money is like the main focus. So I pose a question. How would you like to make $20,000 a month?
Starts the conversation.
And then what happens is that my groups are always the ones that's packed. When I come into the jail, they're kicking each other's beds. Like, yo, Dave is here, yo, Dave. And they're getting up, they're bringing their pen, they're bringing their pads,
That's what's up.
And then I'm not so much giving them answers. What I try to do is assist them in pulling it out of themselves.
Nice.
Right? It's about asking the right questions. Because we're on a journey, we're on a quest. And the word quest is in question, right? So there's no destination for me, right? If the universe is infinite, right? Where we going, right? It's like a constant. There's so many unlimited experiences that we can create for ourselves. So now that's how I attract them. Then I get into, well, why am I here? Why did I end up in these places? Because spiritually, I was bankrupt, right? Mm-hmm. Emotionally, identity-wise and all that, I felt like I had no value. I had nothing to offer of value in exchange. So when there's no sense of value, or if I feel like I'm monetarily, like I have nothing, I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna manipulate, I'm gonna con, I'm gonna use counterfeit means to try to get what I feel I need to survive, right? But when I start to realize that, oh snap, I got some skills, when we start to believe in that and we start to utilize our creativity and our imagination, which you were just talking about. So it's about expression, experiment, experience is all the same root word, so.
You're saying all this that I would pull out of you. So it's